love it. Welcome to the 2022 award ceremony of Informs. I'm Elena Gersman. I'm your executive director. I am so happy to be here, and I just want to thank all of you for being here, but especially the bright, and you're all bright lights in the Informs community. But the finalists and the winners here, you are leading the way. As we at Informs, our vision is better decision making for a just, prosperous, and safe world. And you're helping us do that. You're making the world a better place. So thank you for all for being part of this community. So enjoy your evening, enjoy the desserts. And I have the honor of welcoming Radhika Kulkarni, who's our president, your president, the Informs president, formerly of SAS. She'll be co-hosting this evening with Brad Weber, who is part of our MC for the annual meeting. So have a great evening.
Thank you, Elena. I'm so excited to be here to celebrate some of the outstanding accomplishments of our members. There are many reasons for all of us to be excited. Some of you are here to have your accomplishments recognized. Some are here because your friends, students, or colleagues are receiving well-deserved recognition. Some of you are even waiting to learn if you will be named the winner of the competition in which you participated. Whatever brought you here this evening, you're about to see the presentation of some of our field's most prestigious awards. Please join me in congratulating all of tonight's honorees. In addition to the awards presented at this ceremony, we also know that Informs depends on our many members who volunteer their time and expertise. Our member meeting will be held on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. in this room, where we will recognize the Moving Spirit and Moving Fora award winners, and several members who have given generously to Informs by awarding them the Volunteer Service Award. The dedicated volunteer work of our members is critical to the success of Informs and our field. Also, at the member meeting, we will be talking about our constitutional amendment to modernize Informs from an organizational and technological perspective. Please make sure to join us for this conversation about the constitutional amendment, some snacks, and drinks.
Thanks, Radhika. Well, I know I'll definitely be ready to go with you guys on Tuesday night. After seeing you this evening in the opening reception, you guys like to have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have a great time tonight as well. I want to highlight the contributions of all of our amazing prize chairs and their committees. You have spent so many hours evaluating submissions and watching presentations. And you face the hard task of deliberation. There is no way that Informs would be able to put on this event without your time and expertise. Thank you so much for all you do for Informs.
Our first set of awards this evening is the Bonder Scholarships. First, I would like to take a minute to thank Merrill Bonder. Merrill is Dr. Bonder's widow and executive director of the Seth Bonder Foundation for her commitment and generosity in continuing Seth's legacy with Informs. For that, we thank you, Merrill, very much. The Bonder Foundation has provided the funds for a scholarship in both military and security applications and health service applications each year since 2002. Seth Bonder was an extraordinary leader of the OR field. He was a U.S. Air Force pilot who later became a professor at the University of Michigan and then the founder and CEO of Vector Research. Thank you, Merrill. Informs and future generations of OR practitioners are truly in your debt.
We will now recognize the winner of the Bonder Scholarship for Applied Operations Research in Health Services. I'd like to welcome Hadi El Amin, Chair of the Bonder Scholarship for Applied Operations Research in Health Services, to the stage. The winner for 2022 is Catherine Adams from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Congratulations, Catherine.
A couple of months ago, I received an email with the inconspicuous title, Bonder Scholarship. The first two sentences were pretty standard. Thank you for applying. Thank you for the effort put into submitting your application. So by the time I read the third sentence telling me I was the recipient of the Seth Bonder Scholarship for Applied Operations Research in Health Services this year, I couldn't believe it. I reread that line 3 times. I was in such a state of shock. A nearby lab mate asked me if I was okay. I told him the news. Then I continued reading the rest of the email that said to keep this confidential until the ceremony. So I swore him to secrecy and just shared the news with my advisors. I'd like to thank Informs for organizing this event and the Bonder Scholarship Selection Committee for their efforts reviewing all applications received. I'd like to thank my advisors, Professors Justin Boutillier and Jonathan Mintz, for teaching me the skills required to solve problems that have never been solved before, and for their unwavering support during the last couple of years. Professor Sarang Dale for sharing his expertise from the other side of the globe in our late night and early morning meetings. Professor Jorge Sefer for teaching me how to be an independent researcher and for encouraging me to apply for a PhD, including reading my statement of purpose countless times. And Professor Amy Cohn for giving me the opportunity to apply OR to a real healthcare setting for the very first time. Not least of all, I'd like to thank my friends and family for always believing in me, even when I faltered. Beyond the personal achievement, this award highlights the potential of OR applied to global health. Every year, millions of people die of preventable and treatable diseases. Many tools that we use to deal with the chronic disease epidemic are tailored to high-income countries. But those tools cannot always be transferred and applied to low and middle-income countries. Working on problems in these settings is important to eliminate health disparities. Thanks to the Bonder Scholarship, I'll be able to continue working on problems that are not only relevant practically, but are also exciting theoretically and can fuel innovative solutions. Thank you to the Seth Bonder Foundation and to Beryl Bonder for this exciting opportunity.
Congratulations, Catherine. Now, please welcome Nathaniel Bastian, Chair of the Bonder Scholarship for Applied Operations Research in Military and Security Applications, to the stage. The winner of this scholarship best represents the successful application of process modeling and OR analyses to defense-related applications, including military and national security issues. Congratulations to the 2022 winner, Soumyadeep Hore from the University of South Florida.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm incredibly honored to be here with you this evening. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive the Bonder Scholarship for Applied Operation Research in Military and Security Applications. Thank you all so much for being here to share this occasion with me. First, I am particularly appreciative of the committee and the chair, Dr. Nathaniel Bastian, for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I feel very privileged and touched to receive your support in my research endeavors. I am also exceedingly honored to have with me my advisor, Dr. Ankit Shah, this evening. He has been an incredible support from the very beginning of my doctoral journey. I feel grateful to be able to learn from him and to be able to gain research experience under his supervision. I feel particularly proud to be a part of the Industrial and Management Systems Engineering Department at University of South Florida. At IMSC, we work on diverse problems such as in military and security applications, healthcare, energy, environmental engineering, among others. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank my professors and my beloved department chair. I have attended lectures instructed by most of them in topics ranging from multi-objective optimization to deep reinforcement learning, network optimization to advanced statistics. Learning from them has significantly broadened my thought process while formulating and solving a problem from when I started 3 years ago. I feel lucky to have colleagues who have supported me and still supporting me in my journey. I'd like to thank them for their incredible support. The journey could have been a lot harder without you guys. I'm also grateful to my parents and my girlfriend for their unconditional support through my thick and thin. And last but not the least, thank you to Military and Security Society and Seth Bonder Foundation for offering recognition to researchers like me. I hope that this can serve as an inspiration to others in applying OR methods into military and security-related problems. I'll continue my efforts to work on security-related problems, and I look forward to creating innovative solutions and a safer tomorrow for many years to come. I'm humbled and appreciative. Thank you and good night.
Congratulations, Soumyadeep. You can learn more about Catherine and Soumyadeep's research in the Informs Awards Hall located on the annual meeting website. The next award we will present this evening is the 2022 Undergraduate Operations Research Prize. The committee was chaired by Trilce Encarnacion, who accepted 17 high-quality entries from 4 countries. The entries either tackled challenging theory and methodology problems or solved impactful real-world problems with ORMS techniques. Welcome, Trilce. I want to thank all the student authors for their hard work and their research advisors for their excellent mentoring. The future of our field is indeed bright.
You can learn all about the finalists in the awards hall. All of these students have done very impressive research work and were selected from the first round of judging. Their entries were then further differentiated by the committee in the second round, and finally presented live to the committee this morning. Congratulations to the finalists for the 2022 Undergraduate Prize. Please welcome to the stage our finalists in alphabetical order. Beza Sekinal, Bilkent University. Xia Yufan, Nanjing University. Cristobal Heredia, Universidad Adolfo Ibáñez. Yuxin Shin, William and Mary, and Juan Valencia, Universidad de Santiago de Chile. Congratulations. And honorable mentions go to Selena Lee, University of California, Berkeley, and Dewey Win and Nak Moy, Hanoi University of Science and Technology, who could not be with us this evening. The winner of the 2022 Undergraduate Operations Research Prize is Matthew Brunn of Rice University for his On the Strength of Lagrangian Duality for Multi-Objective Integer Programs.
Congratulations, Matthew. The future is indeed bright. Please welcome to the stage the 2022 George E. Nicholson Student Paper Competition Prize co-chairs, Jing Dong and Paul Grigas. The Nicholson Student Paper Competition is held each year to identify and honor outstanding student papers in the field of ORMS. This year, the committee had to select a winner from 129 submissions.
Please welcome to the stage the finalists for this year's Nicholson Prize. Jerry Ananrod Wong, Columbia University. Alexander Black, University of California, Davis. Zhao Shu Zhang, NYU Stern School of Business. And Sophie Yu of Duke University. Congratulations. Our second place winner this year is Lin Fan from Stanford University. Now, join me in congratulating our first place winners from Carnegie Mellon University, Zeev Scully and Isaac Grossoff for their paper, The Gittins Policy is Nearly Optimal in the MGK Under Extremely General Conditions.
Congratulations, Zeev and Isaac. I'm pleased to welcome to the stage the 2022 Doing Good with Good OR Student Paper Competition Award co-chairs, Hosea Green and Natalia Somerville. 5 finalists were invited to Indianapolis to present their work. The competition honors outstanding student projects that have a significant societal impact on individuals, committees, and organizations that go beyond that of private and for-profit initiatives.
This afternoon, the finalists presented their work in a special session. More information about those amazing projects can be found in the awards hall on the annual meeting website. So, congratulations to the 2022 Doing Good finalists, Yahoo. Our second finalist is Catherine Mentzer. And our third finalist is Xuan Zhang. The runner-up for the 2022 Doing Good competition is Adit Eya Mate. And the winner of the 2022 Doing Good with Good OR student paper competition is Blonde Clifford Sarania.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations. And this award is a perfect example of how our members are saving lives, saving money, and solving problems. Come find me during the conference. I'd love to hear more about your project, to all of you. So please do find me. It is now my pleasure to welcome the 2022 George B. Danzig Dissertation Award Committee Chairs, Azaraksh Malikian and Daniela Saban, to the stage. So 3 honorable mentions go to Anish Agrawal, MIT, Daniel Rehfeld, Technische Universität Berlin, and Ruihao Zhu, MIT finalists. MIT. And the winner of the 2022 George B. Danzig Award is Sue Gia from Carnegie Mellon University for their dissertation, Learning and Earning Under Noise and Uncertainty. The Donald P. Gaver Jr. Early Career Award for Excellence in Operations Research is funded by the Gaver Family Foundation. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage committee member David Martin to present the award on behalf of committee chair John Lehocksky. It is with great honor that I announce this year's recipient as Yao Ji from Georgia Tech. The award is presented to her for her outstanding research contributions at the interface of OR, statistics, machine learning, and optimization, for successfully applying her research talent to applications of societal importance, and for contributions to the education and mentoring of students at all levels. Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone. Very excited. It is my great pleasure to receive this very distinguished award. I would like to first thank the award committee for their recommendation and Gaver's family for this generous gift. The award is a never dream come true moment, an honor, and a pleasant surprise. Thank you so much. While I'm luckily recognized for my work at the interface of operations research, statistics, machine learning, and optimization, I realize that I've always viewed myself as an immigrant to the OR community. Having a PhD in electrical engineering and a minor in mathematics, I do not feel I'm doing OR on purpose when developing statistical machine learning algorithms or working on the Atlanta police data. I've been working on many different problems and applications. And after reading the biography of Dr. Gaver, a pioneer of diverse research in OR, I feel the same spirit at heart. In 2022, as data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence are transforming every aspect of our life, it is also changing OR. The field of OR has gone a long way from Gaver's time, but the spirit of research freedom and welcoming immigrant remain. In my view, this very spirit makes our community young after decades. I would like to take this moment as an opportunity to highlight this spirit and pass it along. Today, I would like to thank many people who have helped me along this journey. I would like to thank my PhD advisor, David Sigmund, who taught me statistics, Andrea Goldsmith, for teaching me information theory and how to capture the bare asset through complicated engineering problems. I would like to thank my wonderful Georgia Tech colleagues, my chair, Edwin Romain, for his continued support of my career, Jeff Wu, Jen Shi, Arkady Nemirovsky, Alexander Shapiro, and many others for the inspiration and fruitful collaborations. Thanks to my students for their hard work and being around. I think they're also here. One of them just won a Best Paper Award. Very proud of you. Several of my students have already started their own academic career. After becoming an advisor, I gradually learned that the fulfillment of this job is more than producing my own successes, but also cultivating the next generation of minds. I feel this more today when I received the Gabriel Award that passes the legacy from generation to generation. I want to say to my students, I'm so proud of you. At last, I want to thank my family. This award is shared with you. Thank you all. Have a good night.
And now, I have the pleasure of welcoming the 2022 Informs Case Competition Committee Chair, Stefan Kremers. The competition encourages the creation, dissemination, and classroom use of new unpublished cases in operations research, management science and analytics, and information on all 4 finalists can be found in the awards hall on the website. Congratulations to our first finalist team, William McCall, Jeanette Song, and Yu Zhang. And congratulations to our second finalist, Adam Schmidt. Congratulations to runners-up, Antoine DeSerre, Laura Healy, Vile Satopa, and Eric Simoni. And the first place 2022 case competition winners are Timothy Chen, Craig Fernandez, Albert Loa, and Nathan Sandsholtz for their work Moneyball for Murderball, using analytics to construct lineups in wheelchair rugby.
Next, I'll be presenting the 2022 Teaching of the ORMS Practice Prize on behalf of Committee Chair Felipe Caro. The purpose of this award is to recognize a teacher who has succeeded in helping their students to acquire the knowledge and skills necessary to be effective practitioners of operations research and management science. And I'm pleased to present this year's prize for the teaching of ORMS practice, Burcu Keskin from the University of Alabama and Junmin Shi of the New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Developing strong practitioners requires more than course variety, course materials, and classroom presence. It requires actively engaging students with concepts, teaching them to think critically, and developing the professional skills that support the implementation of engineering solutions. Dr. Keskin excels in all these areas. Her teaching approach, described by former students as inspirational, empowering, and providing superior mentorship, has benefited a constant stream of successful practitioners. Congratulations, Burcu.
Dear esteemed colleagues, I would like to thank the selection committee chaired by Felipe Coro for selecting me as one of the recipients of this prestigious award. I am very humbled and honored. I want to thank Dr. Jim Cochran for nominating me and creating a nomination package with notes and letters from 30+ students, industry partners, and fellow colleagues. Earning your PhD, you're trained exceptionally well in research methods. But you realize it's only half of the job when you become a professor. Most of us got trained on the job to be better teachers, unfortunately. But thankfully, I had amazing role models. My doctoral advisors, Halit Üster and Sıla Çetinkaya, my teaching mentor, Guy Curry, during my Texas A&M years, valued teaching as much as research. In fact, I recall Sıla stating, best researchers are those who relay the research at an understandable level according to their audience. When I switched to a business school environment, I got challenged yet once again. It was not enough to know what the theory is and how well you can explain it. I had to show how and where you can use it in practical contexts. Having exceptional colleagues around me, including my husband, Sherif Maluk, both helped me and challenged me at the same time. At the end of each semester, the average faculty evaluations for the department and the college are reported with our teaching evaluations. When all of your colleagues are excellent teachers, you can claim, well, I'm teaching quantitative courses and didn't so go well for so long. I'm grateful for my colleagues, including Chuck Sachs and Brian Gray, for mentoring me when I was green. I'm grateful for my former students for their feedback on my class materials and teaching style. And I'm grateful for my students for making every class exciting and rewarding, and for keeping me on my toes, even to this date. I will continue to share my passion with future generations as long as I can. Thank you very much for this recognition. It is definitely cherished.
Next, the teaching prize is awarded to Jim Shee. His teaching approach, described by former students as hands-on and exceptionally engaging, has benefited a constant stream of successful practitioners.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm so humbled and privileged to be selected as a co-winner for Informs Prize for Teaching ORMS Practice. This year, thanks to the committee chair, Professor Philip Carroll from UCLA, and the whole committee members for considering and recommending me my candidacy. It would never be enough to thank my industrial partners and collaborators like USDA, New York Shipping Exchange, AgriLedger, IBM, Lair Foundation, RecycleGo, and the CISMP Roundtable of New York, New Jersey. And also, I want to thank my former and current students, colleagues at NJRT and Takama School Management, who have nominated me for this prestigious recognition. I would also be grateful to the Lear Foundation, which provided me the general support with the Lear Chair Professorship, and the former Herbert Chair endowment that I hold previously at NJRT. Definitely, I will follow the footprint of my many stellar colleagues and former awardees in this pursuit of teaching OR MS practice. So personally, I have been teaching at several universities like Robinson College of Business at Georgia State University, Rutgers Business School, University of Toronto, Rutman School of Management, Hong Kong UST, and the International Joint Program of FinTech with a university in China. Once I look back over my teaching journey, I realize that it's sometimes it's painful and stressful sometimes, but eventually it's getting rewarding at the very end. I still remember the coldest freezing weather, -20 in Toronto while I was visiting the University of Toronto in 2014. So I limited myself at most 10 minutes, running outside in double pants and double shoes, commuting between my apartment and the classroom. Well, my special notes go to my wife, Professor Jasmine Chang, and Jasmine is also a faculty member at the Martin Takama School of Management at NJRT. So actually, both of us graduated from the same advisors, Professor Benjamin Malamud and Professor Michael Kathakis at the Rutgers Business School. So nowadays, both of us are working at NJRT as a couple. Today, October 16, is a very special day for us because that's our 13th anniversary. Unfortunately, she could not come here to, with me because of, she needed to teach and also she needed to take care of the kids. Jade and Jesse at home, I put them online, but thank you so much. However, I would like to take this award as a very, very special gift to my wife, Jasmine Chang. Thank you again for having me here and being with me for this tonight. And hopefully everybody get a good time, a gorgeous stay at the Informs conference. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Burju and Jim. Committee Chair Elise Miller-Hooks couldn't be with us this evening, so I get the pleasure of presenting the 2022 Sol Gas Expository Award. The award is given to an author whose publications set an exemplary standard of exposition. The writing should possess an influence and accessibility enhanced by expository excellence. The author must have affected how something is done, studied, taught, or thought about.
From a number of very strong nominations, I am pleased to announce that the award for 2022 goes to Warren Powell from Princeton University and Optical Dynamics for his books on approximate dynamic programming that have inspired researchers and shaped the minds of many in our field. Expository excellence in his publications, making his work broadly accessible, impactful, and giving others the courage to see what is possible. Warren Powell richly deserves the Sol Gas Award. Warren, to this podium. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an incredible honor to be the 2022 recipient of the Sol Gas Expository Writing Award. I'd like to first thank Elise Miller-Hooks and her committee that handled the award this year, and Justin Goodson, who nominated me. I cannot express my appreciation for their efforts to summarize my work in a way that I never could have. Sol was a passionate supporter of operations research and the community that supports this field. I share his enthusiasm. I love writing, but you have to have something to write about. At the start of my career, I was introduced to the challenging problem of assigning truck drivers to loads of freight, which requires that you think about what might happen in the future. This took me down the path of modeling what I came to call sequential decision problems, but which are known in the operations research community as dynamic programs, or stochastic programs, or stochastic search, or any of 10 other names. I came to call this the jungle of stochastic optimization. I started in trucking, but found that I could take what I had learned into logistics and supply chains, energy systems, health, and finance. I started doing optimal learning, which introduced me to materials science and e-commerce. The ability to move our mathematics across diverse problem domains is one of the great features of operations research. My old professor, Dick Larson, used to remind us, spend a day in the real world and come back with problems. I took this to heart, but focused on sequential decision problems. The combined challenge of modeling uncertainties and then making decisions in the face of these uncertainties arises everywhere. There is no shortage of theoretical and algorithmic challenges, but my advice is find a real application so that your work captures not only the richness that comes from real problems, but also the relevance of impacting the real world. I've been very lucky that I'm finishing my career watching my son Daniel Powell and the tremendous team that he has built at Optimal Dynamics that is taking my work to the trucking industry. I started by saying that you have to have something to write about, but you also need something else, a community willing to take the time to read. And for this, I offer my warmest thanks to the Informs community for being an appreciative audience.
Congratulations, Warren. Next, we are presenting the 2022 John von Neumann Theory Prize on behalf of Committee Chair Peter Glynn. A little Informs trivia for you. Even though John von Neumann considered Informs fellow John Nash an intellectual rival at Princeton? Nash actually won the von Neumann Prize 16 years before he won his Nobel Prize in Economics in 1994. And for those of you here tonight who were born before 1994, go watch A Beautiful Mind. It is indeed a beautiful movie. We have the 2012 Nobel Prize winner Al Roth as our Wednesday morning plenary speaker. It gives me goosebumps when I think of what an incredible community we are all a part of. Now, the 2022 Informs John von Neumann Theory Prize is awarded to Vijay Vazirani of the University of California, Irvine, for his fundamental and sustained contributions to the design of algorithms, including approximation algorithms, computational complexity theory, and algorithmic game theory, central to operations research and the management sciences. Please be sure to visit the awards hall to view the entire citation. It is quite impressive.
Thank you all for being here. This is the first time I'm using a teleprompter. I'm sure von Neumann never had to. So it is a great honor to be here to receive the von Neumann Theory Prize and join the stellar list of past awardees. I'm grateful to the prize committee for selecting me, especially since I am one of the rare awardees from a computer science department. A very big thanks, Informs and the prize committee, for being inclusive and crossing boundaries. I was extremely fortunate to commence my research on the theory of algorithms and computational complexity at a time when there was plenty of low-hanging fruit still left in those glorious orchards. In later years, my quest for such fruit led me to the boundaries between algorithms and other disciplines, especially operations research, economics, and game theory. The joy of spending endless hours in those beautiful orchards has been my biggest reward. My heartfelt gratitude goes to my mentors, collaborators, and family, all of whom played a very significant role in my being here today. I fondly remember several teachers it's okay. From my high school, the outstanding Springdale's Public School in New Delhi, K.R. Parthasarthi, a world-class mathematician from IIT Delhi, where I was for a couple of years. Subsequently, my intellectual growth and inspiration came from Len Edelman, Adi Shamir, and Jerry Sussman. During my undergrad at MIT, Manuel Blum and Richard Karp during my PhD at Berkeley, and Michael Rabin and Les Valiant during my postdoc at Harvard. Later in my career, I was influenced by Kenneth Arrow, Laszlo Lobas, and Christos Papademetriou. I was fortunate to have a wonderful family of students and postdocs who were also my collaborators and are now famous researchers in their own right. I can only mention a few: Jugal Garg, Naveen Garg, Kamal Jain, Samir Khullar, Aranyak Mehta, Ruta Mehta, and Amin Saberi. My other collaborators include Silvio Micali, Huzur Saran, and Mihalis Yanakakis. I think I'm going to drink it all today. The fulfillment I feel today would not have been possible without wholehearted support of my family, in particular my wife Milena and son Michel, as well as my uncle Govind and cousin Shobha. A very special role was played by my brother Umesh Vazirani, with whom I have not only shared all joys and sorrows ever since childhood, but who was also my closest collaborator. My biggest inspiration by far came from my dear parents, Veer Kumar and Kamla Wazirani. My father, a distinguished professor of civil engineering, and a renowned author of this many textbooks. And my mother, with her profound understanding of Indian classical music. I would give anything to share these moments with them. Thank you.
Hold it so everybody can see it. It's a beautiful medal. So I'm going off script just a little bit, excuse me. So Vijay, we are expecting a Nobel Prize from you, okay? So, and then I can say I met the Nobel Prize winner for economics. So, thank you. Thanks, Vijay. Congratulations.
Next, we'll present the 2022 Frederick W. Lanchester Prize. Please welcome Alexandra Bologna, the chair of the Lanchester Committee. He was not able to make it, and I'm now happy to present this year's prize first to Yuri Nestorov, who couldn't be with us this evening for his work, Lectures on Convex Optimization. This book has arguably the most comprehensive treatment of algorithmic continuous optimization. By developing both foundational results and recent breakthroughs, its publication has advanced the state of the art in operations research and its extensions in science, engineering, computer science, and machine learning. Congratulations to Yuri. The 2022 Lanchester Prize is also awarded to Daniel Russo and Benjamin Van Roy for their papers, Learning to Optimize via Posterior Sampling and Information Theoretic Analysis of Thompson Sampling, and Learning to Optimize via Information Directed Sampling, a tutorial on Thompson sampling. These papers have been fundamental contributions to the area of online statistical learning and optimization, providing a unifying view of a broad set of these problems. The work has changed the way the entire field conceptualizes foundational approaches to the acquisition and exploitation of information. And it's opened up new avenues for both theoretical and applied work.
Thank you. We're deeply honored to receive this award. It's humbling to be included among the amazing researchers who won this in the past and to be included alongside of Professor Nestorov today. Awards like this recognize an area of study as much as individual researchers. We absorbed and built on so many papers that we studied in depth, and we view the award as recognizing also the body of work that built creatively on ours. Each of us owes thanks to so many people who supported us and influenced our ideas. First, we both want to thank the prize committee, not just for the recognition, but for their service to the community. I want to thank those who guided me during graduate school, and especially Ben. I also owe thanks to my former colleagues at Northwestern and the community at Columbia for creating an environment that fosters great research.
So I'm grateful and honored to be here today. I should say that though we're being recognized for our contributions, these contributions actually stand on the shoulders of many giants. The subject of banded learning has a long history in Informs, and we've learned a great deal about this subject from our many Informs colleagues. Dan himself, as well as John Sisiklis, Pete Vienot, Pat Resmavichenthong, and Stephen Boyd, particularly influenced my thinking on the subject. But more broadly, I owe enormous thanks to my many mentors and colleagues at MIT, at Stanford, and across the reinforcement learning community, all of whom I've learned a great deal from. We'd also like to recognize our collaborators, Ian Osmond, Zhang Wen, and Abbas Kazaruni, who co-authored the Thompson sampling tutorial, which is one of the publications being recognized. We believe that this award also reflects the rising importance of problems at the intersection of operations research and machine learning. Interactive digital experiences, in particular, have exploded since Dan and I started this line of work in 2011. There seems to be a continual flow in this area of deep problems driving important emerging engineered systems. We believe there's enormous opportunity here for continued infusion of intellectual thought from operations research. And I'm really eager to see what our community is able to do to shape this area. Thanks very much again for this great honor.
Congratulations. On behalf of the committee chair, Jeff Cam, I have the pleasure of presenting the 2022 George E. Kimball Medal to two highly deserving people, Michael Fu of the University of Maryland and Ranganath Nagehalli of UPS. If I shared all of their informed service, we would be here for 5 hours, so I'll be brief. First, I'd like to present the award to Michael Fu for his service in numerous distinct and significant roles, both within Informs and across the broader OR community. He has served on numerous journal editorial boards for Informs journals and has undertaken leadership roles for numerous Informs conferences. He also served on the Informs Board of Directors from 2017 to 2018 as treasurer. Michael has provided tireless service to the broader Informs and international communities, including serving as the NSF Program Director for OR. Michael's altruistic character traits that permeate his personal life are the very same ones that have made him a valuable and dedicated contributor to Informs.
Well, first, it's past my bedtime, so I'll be relatively brief. I was born in Indiana, actually, 60 years ago. A little bit more than 60 years ago, about 60 miles northwest of here. But the last time I think I flew into Indianapolis was in 1985, actually, for my uncle's funeral, when I was still a graduate student. Standing here, I feel privileged to have served with so many talented and dedicated members of the ORMS community, and a special shout out to the Inform staff. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to 4 faculty at Maryland who were my unofficial mentors there since 1989 when I first joined. They demonstrated by their own actions the value of service to the profession. Saul Gass, Arjang Assad, Mike Ball, Bruce Golden. Lastly, I would like to speak to the students out there. Service may sometimes seem thankless, but if you find activities that are right for you, not only will you experience occasional joy, but in the long run, the intangible benefits are priceless. As the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. declared, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to present the award to Ranganath Nugehalli, the Chief Scientist of UPS. He's an Edelman Award winner for what has been called arguably the world's largest operations research project. During his tenure, UPS became the only company to win multiple Informs prizes. Dr. Nugehalli conceived the Informs UPS George T. Smith Prize and spearheaded its creation. The unique competition provides needed benchmarks and has positively impacted OR education and the discipline itself. Dr. Nugehalli served as an officer of many Informs communities and was an inaugural recipient of the Informs Volunteer Service Award and a founding certified analytics professional.
Thank you. Thank you, Radhika, for the kind words. I really would like to thank the persons who took extraordinary trouble to nominate me and the selection committee and Informs for this great honor. While this prize is for recognizing a member's service to the profession and Informs, I feel that it is me who has benefited more from the profession and Informs. I almost feel guilty about receiving this award. Choosing to be an OR professional has not only given me a good job at a great company that pays my bills, but also helps me indulge in buying a few bottles of wine now and then, so I really can't complain about the profession. Involvement with Informs community has enriched my professional and personal life. Through Informs, I got involved with Informs practice section, roundtable, professional colloquium, and other activities. And I met some wonderful people who have become a large part of my social network and an extended family. Being an OR practitioner has been really fun, at least for me. I don't know about my colleagues. Call me biased, but ours is a unique profession that can cut across many spheres, whether it is solving world hunger, curing cancer, increasing sustainability, mitigating the adverse effects of nature. Our profession, both theory and practice together, has made significant contributions to the world. As a profession, we have come so far, yet we have far to go. While we are very good at designing and optimizing supply chain networks, we still need to do a better job of managing our own supply chain. An advice to younger members: being an OR professional is neither easy nor glamorous, but it does help make life better for us and those around. I'm really humbled by this recognition, and at this venue, which has a special significance for me, I spent my formative years at Purdue University, which is only a short drive from here. In addition, today in the audience, I have a person who was responsible for recruiting me and had the unenviable task of training me to be an OR profession. And Tim, thanks a lot. At least after 32 years, you can stop worrying about whether you did the right thing by giving me a PhD. It only took 32 years, sorry. Thanks again, I appreciate it.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage 2022 Informs Impact Prize Chair, Alexander Nikolov. The Impact Prize is awarded to Yu Ding. Jihanhua Wang. Hun Wang Bao. Ji Yun Lee. Abhinav Prakash. And Rui Tuo, for their use of increasing alternative sources of energy, wind power in particular, for protection of both the environment and economic prosperity of our society. Lowering costs of wind turbines and increasing their productivity and service is crucial for making wind energy competitive in the energy markets. Yet evaluating the effectiveness of wind turbine design innovations has been very difficult. They have expanded efforts to develop novel data science approaches that address the challenge of devising accurate and effective quantification methods of wind turbine performance. Their approach boosts high accuracy while breaking the disciplinary barriers in turbine performance, evaluation, and comparison. In the method, the hybrid power curve model connects the multivariate wind and environmental inputs with the power output, while mitigating the scalability issues that often plague kernel-based function regression methods in real-life applications. Dr. Ding and his colleagues have ensured that new performance quantification ideas and methods grounded in data analytics are accessible to a broad audience in academia and the wind industry. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brad. Not the entire team is going to be here, so today with me is only my co-winner, Rito, my colleague at the Texas A&M, and Hong Wang Pu is a former student currently on faculty of University of Tennessee. So the one missing is Guiyang Li, a former student right now is on active duty in South Korean Army. And Jianhua Huang took a position in Chinese University of Hong Kong. And also Abhinav Prakash just took a job in industry and couldn't really travel. So I was asked to, on behalf of the whole team, to thank Informs for this amazing award, and particularly to the Impact Prize Committee for your recognition of our team's work on wind energy. We have been working on data science method for wind energy for nearly 18 years. Along the way, many people supported us. First of all is our family members and loved ones. On the research side, I counted 15 current and former graduate students. 3 of them are awarded tonight, and another 10 plus academic colleagues. 2 of them are honored tonight. Not to mention numerous wind energy professionals who worked with us, from National Renewable Lab in Golden, Colorado, EDPR North America in Houston, Texas, Smart Blade in Germany, Gold Wind China, Wind Energy Institute of Canada. A special thanks to Mr. Brian Hayes, Executive Vice President of EDPR. His vision in forming the Texas A&M EDPR research partnership more than a decade ago was a turning point in our research. And that partnership provided us the first set gigabyte-sized actual wind farm operational data, as well as the practical context, real-life challenges that guided our work in the next 10 years and still counting. We are awarded tonight specifically for the work on wind turbine performance assessment. Performance and efficiency analysis is a research subject deeply rooted in the Informs community. I recall the 2006 Informs Impact Prize was awarded to Charles and Cooper for their work on DEA. One of today's awardee, Dr. Hong Wang Pu, in fact used a stochastic version of DEA in his PhD dissertation for developing a new efficiency metric for wind turbines. On the other hand, there have been relatively fewer people within the Informs community who are working on something like wind turbines. And that's not entirely surprising. For something such a heavy engineering subject, there could be interest barriers associated with mastering the domain knowledge appear intimidating. So I hope our team's experience will show the interest barriers are not that bad, the effort is worth it, and the research journey is very rewarding. So once again, our team is deeply humbled with this recognition, and thank you all very much.
Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the 2022 Informs President's Award along with my fellow committee members, Pinar Keskinachak and Steve Graves, to Candice Yano of the University of California, Berkeley. The 2022 Informs President's Award is awarded to Dr. Candice R.I. Yano for her many research contributions, her impact on educating future OR professionals, and for her extensive Informs service. Dr. Yano is a professor in the Haas School of Business at University of California, Berkeley. Dr. Yano's research focuses on supply chain management and interdisciplinary problems involving operations research and operations management and marketing. She also gives back to the community via her work with nonprofit organizations. She often includes students in this pro bono work, thereby instilling in them an interest in operations research. As the first female department chair in the College of Engineering and first Asian American female associate dean for academic affairs at Haas, Dr. Yano is a role model for women, especially those straddling different cultures. She co-founded the Informs Women in ORMS, or WORMS, Association, and is a recipient of the WORMS Award. Dr. Yano spearheaded the establishment of the Informs Manufacturing and Service Operations Management Society, MSOM, and was recognized with the MSOM Distinguished Service Award for her many efforts in MSOM's formative years. Dr. Yano is a fellow of Informs and of the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineering. She was awarded the George E. Kimball Medal in recognition of her distinguished service to Informs and the profession. Dr. Yano has served in many other volunteer roles within Informs for more than 3 decades, including spearheading the career fair, serving as VP of Marketing and Outreach, and in leadership roles on conference organization committees. Informs is extremely grateful to Dr. Yano for her extensive and outstanding editorial work with multiple Informs journals. Her dedicated efforts in this area will have a lasting impact on future generations of OR professionals. It gives me immense pleasure to bestow this year's President's Award on Dr. Candy Yano.
Thank you very much, Radhika. First, I need to make a correction because my one department chair and dean will kill me if I don't. Okay, so I have a joint appointment between IEOR and the Haas School of Business at Berkeley. I've been 50-50 for over 20 years now. It's more like 70-70. Okay, this is a little bit off script. I'm really very humbled and honored to receive this award. So many people are deserving, and when Radhika contacted me, I was absolutely floored. I'm really grateful to the committee, Radhika, Pinar, and Steve for thinking of me. Most opportunities for professional service are due to other people opening doors. The list of individuals who have opened doors for me is really too long to mention. We'd be here for another week. But let me say thank you to the many journal editors, Informs committee chairs, Informs board members, and other Informs leaders who have opened those doors for me. Over the years, after doors open, sometimes one needs collaborators, and I'll call them co-conspirators, to actually make things happen. And so I would like to thank my many colleagues and many of my former doctoral students for being there by my side along the way. Forgive me, I didn't expect to be emotional, but I would like to dedicate this award to 2 people who have had significant roles in my life at completely different times. Number one, first to my father, who passed away about 2 years ago. He was a Depression-era baby who was interned in a relocation camp during World War II, and his family was not able to send him for a higher education. But when I was a kid, he taught me to read and do arithmetic at a very young age. Oh, I'm fine. I don't think I need water. I'm all right. I have some Kleenex. Thank you. He did more than that. So he would drive off to distant libraries to get books for me when I needed them. He taught me some basic drafting when I was in elementary school, so I could, do some projects. And he also set the basketball hoop on our driveway court to 8 feet so I could actually make baskets when I was a kid. But all those things really gave me the educational background I needed and the confidence to go on for a PhD and then actually to pursue an academic career after that. Secondly, I would like to thank Steve Pollock, who was my first department chair when I joined the faculty at the University of Michigan over 40 years ago now. Steve was really, and still is, the quintessential model of professional service. And when we joined the faculty, he always encouraged us to join professional societies and to get involved in some way. And I have so benefited from that advice. I took it, and I have so benefited from every involvement with Informs, and I have certainly gotten much more from Informs than I've ever given. Thank you so much to all of you for this honor, and I look forward to I look forward to continuing to work with you in the future. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Candy. We have one last set of awards to recognize. Tomorrow, we will induct the 2022 recipients of the Informs Fellow Award. I wanted to share the names of this year's new class of fellows. Congratulations to the newly elected 2022 Informs Fellows. On this happy note, I want to thank you all for celebrating with us. Have a great evening, and please enjoy the rest of the conference. We look forward to seeing you back here in this room tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. to honor our student award winners. And I think I will be in this room for the entire conference because we also have the member meeting here at 6:30 on Tuesday to hear the state of Informs and discuss the upcoming Constitution amendment. We want to make sure we hear from all of our members, so don't miss it. At this time, I'd like to call all the award winners back to the stage for photos. For the rest of you, good night from Brad and myself. Thank you for joining us.